I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And today we're reviewing Nasia. So, this movie is new to us in North America on Netflix. It is a lot less new to the people in China who got this over a year ago.
Yeah, there actually was going to be a sequel coming out, except it got pushed because of COVID.
That's right. So, it is an animated film. It was played exclusively in IMAX 3D in China. That's how they wanted us to see it. We do not have that option on Netflix, sadly. Very sadly, guys.
We have a 3D button on our remote.
We do.
But our TV is not a 3D TV.
No.
It tells us that every time I accidentally hit that button.
That's right. So really, we watch the movie in regular D, and I just punch Sean in the junk whenever something exciting happens.
Yeah,
and
it works for us.
Yes.
More for Jay.
Us. Excellent use of the us, Sean. I like that. Coming over to my side. It's working. Okay, so what is it about? I'm so glad you asked me that because I'm super good at explaining it, wouldn't you say?
It makes no sense.
It's overly complicated. It is loosely based, I think, on a Chinese myth, and so I guess that's why it's overly complicated. Okay.
Dumb it down for us.
Yeah. One of us needed to pause and regroup and just be like...
No, we both had to put our heads together to figure out what was going on here.
Yes.
Between the guy riding the pig, a flying pig, and a crystal dragon that had as many hands as it wanted to.
As necessary. Actually, +2.
+2.
It always had more than it really actually needed.
Yeah, it did. And then they would just throw a ribbon and it would bind things up. And then,
I don't remember that part.
Well, it came a couple of times. And then there was like another, like these two guys that were immortals, and then like their boss, who I guess is the god, or...
Yes. Okay. So this is... I also felt like those two guys were brothers. Like, did I make that up, or did they say that at some point? Or were they just being like,
maybe it was, we're bros.
I mean, they did not look like they were...
No.
But I mean, neither do me and my sister, so I'm not gonna knock them anything there. Okay. Time me on this, Sean. Can she do it? Will it make sense?
Do it.
Okay. So there's this pearl. The chaos pearl. In the beginning, there is chaos. All good stories start like that, you might say. There is chaos. So it is a chaos is a monster, and it can just infinitely suck up energy. And the more energy it gets, just the worse it is. Because, I mean, it's a monster. A crystal dragon monster, if you will. I mean, I have the feeling it could be whatever it wants to. But it was a crystal dragon for us. Magnificent. I wished it wasn't the bad guy. It was so cool. So the big head heaven guy is like, I'm gonna send my two guys, not my two best guys,
no.
but I'm gonna send my two disciples to go like take care of this stuff. But guess what? This big crystal monster can absorb energy. So anything they're throwing at it, it's actually just growing more powerful from. So eventually God has to come down and like sort things out for himself, which he probably should have done
from the start.
Or
just don't create the chaos monster in the first place, God.
I mean, exactly, right?
We always run into that problem.
Oh, boy. So anyways, God's big solution, and really, he probably should have thought on this a little more. It doesn't seem that practical. But he defeats the monster by, like, separating it into two different elements. Kind of the good and the bad. Or, if you will...
The yin and the yang.
The blue and the red, I was gonna say. But yes, the blue, the good is a spirit pearl, and the bad is a demon orb. But they look
depending on whether you read the
Identical.
subtitles
Oh, yes.
or listen to the dub.
Yes, we are having such an amazing experience
Oh,
with
it's
that
very,
lately.
it's so different. Like, they're not the same.
Not one word the same.
No.
Like, it feels like they were just doing it on purpose. And I have learned from Chinese spammers that they do love, like, synonyms. They get carried away with thesauruses, I think. So, I mean, maybe step back on that a little.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You only have to translate it once.
interrupted my really good
I'm sorry.
synopsis.
It was really good.
Rude. So we're oh yeah, the good and the bad. So now the pearl has 2 seeds. And God chooses one of the disciples to carry this thing down to earth. And the good one is going to go into a lady's belly, and it's going to help, rebirth the nation, repopulate the kingdom of somebody. Mm-hmm. And then the bad one, nobody likes having the bad one hang around. So just to sort of tie up that loose end, he puts a curse on it to make sure that in 3 years' time, lightning is going to strike it and it's going to die. So don't even worry about the bad one, guys. He's got a plan for that.
In 3 years.
Scott, he thinks of everything. So immediately what happens is the second of the 2 disciples, the one who didn't get chosen for this holy mission, is crazy jealous, so he steals the good pearl. So in fact, it is the demon orb that ends up going into the lady's belly, who, by the way, has been pregnant for 3 years at this point. Just waiting around for an orb? I mean, really?
Really?
This is why they have trouble with population. Just FYI. But anyways, the demon orb goes into her fetus, and she gives birth to a demon baby named Neja. And yeah, he wreaks havoc on the village because he's got all these superpowers. He's like strong and fast, and also he is like immediately a toddler who is hyper verbal and has all these amazing abilities. So his parents are trying to like apologize away his death and destruction.
As parents do.
Right. And then the disciple who has the chance to ascend to the golden table of heaven, if only he gets this assignment right. Of course, he's already gotten him wrong, and we know this. But now he has to look over this demon baby for 3 years and train him inside a painting. That's right, you go into this beautiful floating scroll, has a lovely painting on it, and they can go inside the universe and then with a magic paintbrush create whatever they want in there for, it's basically like a simulator, I guess.
Yeah.
For training purposes.
Training this demon child how to be the hero.
I know. You know what? No, they're training.
village.
I think they should probably not train the demon child. I think they want to keep his powers at a minimum.
You would think that, but then they start giving him all these fancy gifts, these magical things. Mm-hmm. Like it turns out the flying pig can also be a flying fire chariot.
I mean, yeah, and also kind of controls time when you turn his snout.
Oh yeah, he can, absolutely. He shows visions of the past. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. Meanwhile, remember there were 2 disciples. The other one has got the spirit pearl. And he brings it down to the bottom of the ocean where the dragons have been banished. And they're kind of like the gatekeepers to hell or something. So he brings this good pearl down there and he's like, hey guys. And the Dragon King is like, yo, what's up? And really the Dragon King is like, oh yeah, if I have this super good son, I can convince God or whatever to let us ascend and stop being stuck at the bottom of the ocean. So he gives birth to an egg through his mouth.
How does he do?
It is imbued with the blue spirit. And then a good guy appears.
Who is immediately full-grown human.
He is immediately
But everyone knows he's a dragon by the 2 little horns that he has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's the demon kid and then the good kid. Even though the demon kid has been born to good parents and the good kid is born to a evil dragon dad. And they meet one day on the beach and become the best of friends. Even though we know they're sworn enemies, technically speaking. And yeah, it comes up, guys, because remember that third birthday is fast approaching. And Demon Boy is going to be struck by lightning and die, even though, you know, his poor parents who are raising him have been promised repopulation. And now their toddler's going to be struck dead. And the weird thing is, when the other guy comes out, he is immediately full grown, as you said. The other guy stays very small, although still not 3-year-old. Like, you know, it's so weird. And yet when they finally do meet in battle, he magically grows to be exactly the same height.
Oh, well, that's because of the ring around his neck that was restricting his powers. See, it's complicated.
Okay, I missed.
This is a really complicated one.
I did not get that one.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It was a lot for me. It was a lot for you.
Yeah.
We really had to put our heads together on this. I don't know. Like, maybe kids just won't ask questions. They'll just be like, "Ooh, good, another fight."
Probably.
And yeah, I mean, there's fart jokes, there's snot jokes.
Yeah, there's a lot of picking noses.
Yeah.
There's a lot of peeing.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
Didn't
want to leave that out.
No, there's it's some gross stuff. Drinking of demon snot.
Yes, yeah. Oh, that's not even the drinking I thought you were gonna say.
What drinking did you think I was gonna say?
Nothing. So yeah, it's really appealing to the child demographic with the lowest common denominator humor, which is always a big hit with 4 and 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh.
It kills.
Instant giggle fit. So it's it's kind of a weird movie in that way. And the plot feels very intricate. And
unnecessarily intricate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are familiar with I guess we are American audiences, and we're just like, we like good and bad, like our superheroes. Actually, you have to infantilize stuff for grown men to be excited. And then here's this kids movie from China. No wonder they're winning, guys.
Yeah.
A kids movie from China where you have to take notes.
Yeah.
You do. So yeah, I love the animation. I thought it looked really cool. I wish we were seeing it in 3D, because that would be all the deer. But we saw it just as it was, and it was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
The action looks really cool. I really loved the painting universe.
Yeah, that was a really neat part, or parts.
Yes.
Where it was really up to your imagination as to what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Again, probably unnecessary to the plot as a whole.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And I mean, you have to, like, remember a lot of bits and pieces, because we're going to come back to it eventually, but a lot of weird stuff's going to happen in the meantime.
Distractingly weird stuff, yeah.
Oh boy. So, that's Nasia, guys. That is a whole thing.
It is. It kind of reminded me of Kubo and the Two Strings.
Okay.
But Kubo is better.
Okay. Because it kind of reminded me of, like, The Last Airbender.
Oh. Like the M. Night Shyamalan one?
No, like the animated.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Well.
I'm a heathen.
That's right. So yeah, so that is a crazy movie that we just watched on Netflix. Has anybody else seen it? I mean, I know everyone in China saw it. It did super great at the box office, and as Sean said, oh, and there are post-credit scenes. Hang around for those. I mean, if you're watching on Netflix, you can fast forward to those. It's wonderful. But yeah, they were making no bones about there going to be a sequel, and as Sean said, it's in the can. It was ready to come out, and then we got COVIDed.
I like it.
Oh gosh.
Not the COVID, just the new phrase you invented.
Wonderful, yes. Okay. So, did you like this movie?
It was okay.
Okay.
But it did remind me of Kubo. Mm-hmm. Kubo is so much better. It's just like, go watch Kubo.
Well, for sure, you should see Kubo.
Which I think is still also on Netflix.
I hope it is. It is a very good movie.
Yes, it is.
A little dark for kids.
Yeah, but it's one where it has its own mythology, and it doesn't have to spend 10 minutes of, well, you don't have to spend 10 minutes trying to figure it out. I didn't have to spend 10 minutes trying to figure it out.
Do we just have COVID brain now? Where we've been off for too long, and now we can't even follow the plots of cartoons.
No, this was so complicated.
Oh, and they're just throwing it all at you, and I mean, honestly, I think that whole situation getting down to earth with the two pearls, like, I feel like we could have probably cut all of that out.
Yep.
Like, I didn't need to know.
No. No, you could have just had that be like a voiceover at the beginning. Long ago, Ultra God came down and split the thing into two things, and then the one thing went into the one place, except, oh no! And then you could start the movie.
Yeah. Then you could.
That's what I have to contribute.
Then there's like extensive scenes about this new sport where you just
throw
a shuttlecock at each other.
Yeah, it looks fun.
I mean, it doesn't.
It's like hacky sack with more feathers.
Right.
Fewer beans.
But still the farting. I don't know what happens. I think they're doing it wrong. So, if all this sounds good to you,
we
give
got
it
a movie
try.
for you. Yeah.
1 billion Chinese people can't be wrong.
Oh, I don't know that that's true.
Well, you know what? It's low risk on Netflix.
Yeah.
Throw it on. Tell us what we missed. Please do. You know, I thought it was okay. But I had to, I just feel like the storytelling in the beginning is so rough that I can see a lot of people walking away from it.
At that point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You really have to just bite the bullet and get over that hump. And then be like, okay, demon kid, problem child, we love it. Go be mischievous, you're so cute and destructive.
Just don't take that magical hooper off your neck.
I guess
That's
not.
when things get serious.
There you go. Or don't even notice the hoop and got to the end anyways. So
either way.
And I mean, it does have a nice little message. If you can stick with it, you will be rewarded with.
That's true. It's just like Heath Ledger in that Night movie. You can change the stars.
Okay. I see. Night with a K.
Yeah, Night with a K.
Okay.
Does
Night
that...
A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale.
Yes. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit about empowerment and like finding your space in the universe, even if you are the villain.
You could still be the good guy. Ish. With a fun little mischievous streak. The best kind.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay. My goodness, this one really threw us for a loop. We did not know what we were getting into.
Nope.
We should have done research. I mean, who does
Clearly.
research? We should have, though. You have to be prepared. Pen in hand, guys. That's... Okay, well, thanks for sticking through this, because I bet this was almost as arduous.
It's very complex, yes.
Without the reward, so, you know.
Ta-da!
Sorry. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.